Hello Whiskey Thinkers, this is WhiskyWhistle and I'm your host Mark. This is Whiskey Review number 73 and we are continuing on the BenRiach series, this time with the 16-year-old. This is the standard range, the 16-year-old right here, and this one has been matured predominantly in ex-bourbon barrels apparently. This particular one in my hands is 43%. The one you may have could be 40% depending on where you are in the world. And though it is fairly light in color, it's their standard range, and well, you never know, but likely contains perhaps a little bit of color to keep it standard, but not very much, because you can look at that, you can see clearly that it's not a dark tan that they've given it. So anyway, let's give that a try, shall we? This series is on following the BenRiach tasting that I attended. I forgot my glass. Give me one moment, please. Don't worry, I'm right here. There we are. And we'll use the Kilt Lifters Scotch Club. Okay, I apologize for that. I already opened it so I couldn't go back and re-record. Okay, let's get that poured, shall we? The BenRiach 16-year-old Heart of Speyside Single Malt Scotch Whisky. Here we are. And ooh, that's about 35 milliliters, I would say. Didn't leave myself very much left, did I? And we'll put the lid back on. And just again, a quick recap. So May 20th, I attended the BenRiach whiskey tasting here in Seoul at the malt shop. And this little set was a very lovely gift from the importers here, which is a company called Golden Blue. If you'd like to know more about Golden Blue, you can listen to, I think that was the very first one, The Heart of Speyside. I mentioned a little bit about them. And if you happen to be in Korea, you may want to pick yourself up a bottle of the Golden Blue as well. Okay. Now, given that that's 16 years old, we should let that sit for a little bit. So why don't I set that down for just a little while and put it right there. This one will set to the side. Now, I am a BenRiach newbie. Before the event, I had never ever tried this brand ever. And I was certainly impressed with all of the whiskey that I tasted from the Heart of Speyside. And this one is 40%, very, very nicely flavored. The 12-year-old, 46%, I believe this is unchill filtered. And this is a fantastic sherry bomb. And then now the 16. And then the next one you can see right there. We'll talk about that one very, very soon. It was a great night. I was able to interview Stuart Buchanan as well. I'll put a link to the interview at the end of this one. And well, the tasting was just fantastic. A little bit of history, a little bit of camaraderie, a little bit of friendliness between him and all of the Koreans in attendance. There was in fact another gentleman from USA. I'm from Canada, but there was an American who came to the BenRiach and happened to be from Tennessee, in fact. The same place where Jack Daniels is made. And Jack Daniels, the owners, Brown-Forman, just recently purchased this fine company. Okay, well, not quite enough time, but we'll just get started. So we'll start with the nose, and before I give it a whiff, there will be a very short advertisement right there. Okay, welcome back. Let's get on to the nose. Wow. Now, one thing again that Mr. Stuart Buchanan said was, you don't just go and make every single whiskey 46%. What he wants to do is to put the whiskey in the bottle at the perfect alcohol by volume level that it should be at for consumption. Now, of course, that's his opinion, and the opinion of Mr. Billy Walker, which, of course, their opinion is much more valid than mine. But I am sure that they will add water in order to taste the whiskeys and to see which ones taste best. So no doubt. What I would say is just give it a try. Add a dash of water. See how it is. If there's no improvement, then you're done. If there's something that seems a little bit improved, then try it and then add just a dash more and see how that trend continues. Okay. The BenRiach 16-year-old. Cheers, everybody. I think I said everybody. Everybody. Did I smell this yet? I didn't smell it yet, did I? I didn't. My goodness. Good thing I waited. It's very fruity. Lots of vanilla. And a kind of a floral honey note. There is a hint of peat there. Very mild. But it's there. Anything else? It smells very fresh. Okay, let's taste it now. Cheers, everybody. Very, very honeyed. Clover honey. Vanilla in there. A little bit of dried fruits. Predominantly matured in ex-bourbon barrels, but this has also been, I would say, finished or had some fully matured sherry. Fully matured. What am I saying? Whiskey fully matured in sherry casks. Some of that whiskey may have been added to this. Let's try that again. There's a hint of that old book scent and flavor coming through. Bit of butter. You can really taste the grain. Bit of a dry finish. Not too dry, a little bit more sweet than dry. And I'm still tasting a lot of fruit, some spice, vanilla. Doesn't make for good on-camera viewing, but let that wash over the inside of your mouth once you're ready. Maybe the third or the fourth sip. If you do that right off the bat, you are going to, well, you're going to feel the alcohol and it will not be pleasant. So now my tongue is familiar with this level of alcohol, and I'm better able to taste what's going on and keep it in my mouth a bit longer. There's also some fresh grapes here. Fresh grapes. Some ripe apples. And again, that bit of raisiny, dark fruit, dried fruit sort of flavor coming through. A bit of mango. Touch of mango, touch of papaya, a little bit of pineapple. Well, I'm going to add a fairly liberal amount of water. There we go. We'll let that roll, let it mix in. Quite the finish on this. And it's fruity with a little bit of vanilla. A bit of dates. Still a bit appley. Very long finish. My goodness. Okay, here we are with water. Let's check out the nose. I was going to say taste the nose. I don't know about you, but I can't taste noses. We will smell the nose. We'll smell the smells. But before that, there will be one more short advertisement right here. The advertisements, by the way, if you do watch those, that will hopefully help to eventually fund some even more interesting content here at WhiskyWhistle. So if it is not agreeable to you, just push the fast forward, or you can change your settings so that you don't have to worry about ads. In that case, I'll look like an idiot putting up my hand and telling you there'll be an advertisement when there won't be one. So you can change your settings, or you can skip it. But if you happen to watch it, just know that hopefully that will help to fund future videos here at WhiskyWhistle. Okay, with water, how's the nose? Much fruitier. More green grapes. Vanilla still there. Peaches, but they're unripe. Likewise, pears. Okay, we'll try that with water now. Cheers, everybody. Malty, fruity, vanilla, cinnamon. Classic flavors from a Speyside. Mm. The finish on this whiskey is a mile long. Goodness gracious. There. It's trailing off now. Still there, but of course well diminished at this point. What a long finish that is. It's a bit dry, but mostly sweet and fruity with a little bit of vanilla, hint of cinnamon. Okay, last taste. Again, very juicy, malty, fruity, with this very, very long finish. 16 years old. Of course, the most likely is older whiskeys in here. It seems like older whiskeys generally give a longer finish than younger ones. 16 is kind of middle-aged, but they may have put some older whiskeys in there to give it its signature BenRiach flavor. So, last little taste. Nothing else I can say there. Okay, so the BenRiach 16-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey from Speyside, the WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for this one is going to be another 89 out of 100. It's fantastic. If you can find the 43%, that's probably a better value in one sense. It may actually taste a bit different from the water interaction. Anyway, 89 out of 100. That is the WhiskyWhistle score for the BenRiach 16-year-old. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for the last in the series of the BenRiach. That will be the heavily peated Septendecim. Septendecim. I don't know what that means. If you do know, please leave me a comment because I have no clue. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, just click right down there and you'll be kept abreast of all the new whiskey whistles. Okay, so everyone, thanks for watching. My name is Mark. You're watching Whiskey Whistle, and I hope to see you next time.